Hey, when I first sat down with this screen after weeks of using it every day, I honestly didn't expect a monitor to change the way I play until it did. LG Ultragear 45GX950A-B, the kind of person who notices the difference between pretty good and effortlessly perfect. You've caught yourself frustrated when a curve feels like an afterthought, or wishing your display actually kept up with every turn, shot, and scene change. Before you think too long about it, check the current price and stock premium panels like this don't just hang around waiting. There was this exact moment for me. I hit a cinematic scene in a game I've played 100 times, and suddenly it felt new. The curve wasn't just wide, it wrapped me into the world. The colors were deeper, the motion smoother, the contrast so alive it made everything feel intentional. That S when it hit me, I'd been settling with flat screens and okay refresh rates. I had outgrown the compromise phase. Once you experience this level of performance, that ultra-wide WUHD resolution paired with OLED depth and true motion clarity, there's this relief. Not the relief of a good enough, but the kind that comes from confidence. You launch a match, and the smoothness, detail, and responsiveness feel like they were made for your reactions. Fast action is crisp. Shadows have depth. Every corner feels alive. And it's not just games. Watching content, editing footage, scrolling through visuals, everything feels more fluid because your eyes don't chase motion blur anymore. Transitions are sharp. Details are defined. And suddenly, other screens feel like, well, compromises you once tolerated. Don't sit around hoping for a random deal or thinking availability will stick around. There's always the random price jump or a sold-out sign that makes you kick yourself later, and you know that sting of regret when something you wanted disappears. That S-loss aversion working in your favor here. Act now while it is still available. If you wondering whether this is overkill, that doubt evaporates fast. Once your eyes see motion this smooth, colors this rich, and curves this immersive, everything else feels like a step backward. You start noticing things you never noticed before, the subtle details, the crispness in every frame, the way images just hold your attention without taxing your eyes. There's a quiet pride that comes with owning something this capable. It doesn't shout, it simply performs. You boot it up, and you know it as a setup that respects what you do, whether you're crushing competitive play, exploring sorry worlds, or just watching your favorite shows. You feel motion that matches your instincts. You feel contrast and depth you didn't realize you were missing. You feel responsiveness that never falters. You feel immersion that actually wraps around you. You feel like your setup finally reflects how serious you are about your experience. Yes, it asks for thoughtful investment, and yes, premium performance demands premium commitment. But at a certain point, comparing endless specs loops you around. You already know which monitor your instincts keep returning to, the one that feels like a true upgrade, not just another checkbox on a list. So if you're ready to leave hesitation, blur, and compromise behind, check availability now and secure it while it is still in reach. This is the kind of upgrade you'll look back on and thank yourself for making.